joined right now by one parent, Lizette Rosenblatt, a mother whose daughter was, thankfully, able to escape from the school unharmed. Lizette, first of all,
today, something new that Bobby experienced.
Yo, what up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to the Verdict Podcast, episode 44. I'm your host, Splash Jordan, joined today.
And of course, Miss Noinek.
All right, and we have a special guest in the building.
Hey, what it is, what it do? Giovanni HL in here. How's everybody doing? Hello, world.
If you haven't already, nominate this podcast of the year, the Queen City Awards, queencityawards.com/nominations. Enter your email address. Also, podcast of the year, nominate the Verdict or the Verdict Podcast. Also, Caliuchis tickets. I got some. She's coming to Charlotte and Raleigh. I haven't decided which city I'm gonna do. Probably Raleigh. I got some tickets to her show coming up. So if you want to win those, be on the lookout for those official contest rules. Doing it the same way as the Dreamville contest. I'll just let you know when to start. You know what we never talked about?
What is that?
We glossed over it like super quick. Like we like flew over it. But like I had briefly mentioned that you had like taken some like break the internet pictures. But what was actually going on with it? Like what was that?
It was a black tape project. A photographer I've been wanting to work with for a while. And he does a lot of themes, which, to be honest, a lot of photographers expect you to have the themes. And if you're not a creative model, then you won't have them. So you're just taking pictures. He had that one for a while. And I asked him if he would consider me. And he said he would, but for a minute, like I didn't hear from him. Then he hit me up and then he was like, yeah, you trying to do it this weekend? I was like, let's get it.
Okay.
And ended up meeting another photographer that I've been wanting to work with who is extremely hard to get up with. And now have that door open to possibly be able to book with him. So it was a really dope experience. I've actually done black tape before, one of my very first shoots, and it did not go the same. I guess the first people just didn't get the concept down and really think about it and didn't know that you can't do it too tight. Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so
All
it's
right.
a better experience.
Okay, and like, so super quick, just explain what black tape or explain what was going on. Like for people
It's
who
literally like the body painting, but you're using black electrical tape. So you cut it into whatever geometrical shapes you want and put it on the body in a design. If you go on Google and type in black tape project, you will see all types of contests and like little concepts. And it's a very dope concept. Or you can go to my page at Noinek on Instagram and go look at the like break the internet photos yourself.
You can do that. You can definitely do that. After the last episode, where we had some drastic changes made to the format of the show, I got, of course, some responses. People were, some criticisms and critiques or whatever the case may be. But, the jail tale segment was, very popular.
Yes.
It was very, very popular, and people, were interested in how others experience, that type of lifestyle, because it is interesting. People don't normally talk about that. It's like taboo, and I don't want other people to know I've been to jail. But you know what? Like a lot of people have been to jail. Yes,
they have, but they're scared to talk about it because of the cliche of what they're going to be looked at or how they'll be looked at.
Right. You know how people's grandma's been to jail as a grandma.
Yes.
As a grandma, she went to jail. People, uncle fighting over a TV, whatever the case may be. So you got special guest with you today?
I do. It's an honor to have him here. It is my brother, Giovanni.
What up, though?
All right. So first, so where did you go, jail or to prison?
No, I went to jail.
Okay.
I ain't touched prison. I ain't touched that. I ain't touched yards yet, but, I ain't trying to do that neither.
How many times have you been arrested?
Man, too many times.
Right.
There's no number to it. It's just one time and the word too many times.
Right. That's true. That is true. Right. Once is too many times. And I wouldn't wish that like on my worst enemy, like on a dead dog. I wouldn't want them to be arrested.
Right.
Tell me about the first time you went to jail.
The first time?
Yeah, tell me about the first time. Your cherry being bursted on the jail walls. No homo.
Let's see. When I was...
So bad.
It was one of the times where, got caught up in the bills and stuff like that.
Okay.
And, I just wanted extra income.
Right.
I was young. I was like, maybe 23, 24. that BET booming. So, when you can't make it happen that way, you go the other way. So I started, making these little traps. Thought I was a little plug out here, made a couple, moves and stuff like that. But, there's a beginning and an end to everything. Right. That's what I learned. Right. And everything was booming. I'm like, yo, this gonna last forever. You know what I mean? I felt like Rose out there like, whoa.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I was just saying the things. You want 2 for 5? Huh? You can have it. Shit. So, but as time went on, I learned, you gotta be selective. You can't be like the grocery store, like everybody's welcome, And that's what got me caught up in the game. And man, it was quite the experience, yo. I thought it was like a belly movie, you know what I'm saying? Because the night before, like, okay, I guess word got around, I had the whole neighborhood on lock and, stuff like that. So it was a regular night. I done,
What neighborhood is this, can you say?
This is in Cary Pines. This is in, Cary, North Carolina, man.
Okay.
And, those that know about Cary Pines, man, shit, it's one way out that motherfucker.
Okay.
Just don't get caught up in the nest, But it was just a normal night, got what I had to get off and stuff like that. Then went back to the crib. I'm like, all right, let me switch it up. All right, so at the time, the old lady, let me go to the movies or something like that just to leave that life alone so I can feel normal instead of paranoid all the time. Because I be feeling like Jesus sometimes. Like, I be thinking I had a whole damn thing in the trunk, but, it'd be something little, but.
Right, but when you moving like that, first of all, you already got 2 strikes, so it's like now the substances that I'm maneuvering through the town with could really put me someplace I don't want to be for a very long time. Yeah,
and, and like I said, when I got back to the movie, it was like, I made that right, on Bargate, and I seen them others like 3 cars deep in front of my shit. I kept it hot. I ain't gonna lie, I kept it hot. And I went to this church parking lot like, yo. But like I said, it's my first time, so I was naive, like, yo, I really don't know what the fuck. Damn, my spirit was telling me like, all right, you need to chill for like a week. But I was hard-headed like, man, fuck that shit, you know what I mean?
You were still out there doing it?
Yeah, nah, I was, I had went back to the crib. I suppose that got low. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, they looking for me. I suppose that got low. Came through, made sure everything was tucked away, whatever, got rid of, and then come back like, hey, what's up? Yeah, y'all ain't got nothing on me, so it ain't nothing but me being who I was at that time. Like I said, it was 23, 24. My little smart ass want to go back to the crib and go to sleep. Right. The following morning? 7, what was it? No, it was 8:59. And the old lady was just saying that with up, just drawers on and shit like that with no top. I was in that mode, just box. Bow, 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 bow. Carry pretty get down. So I'm like, I don't know what to really expect, man.
Now, when you went home, and so you say you went home and you went to sleep.
Yeah.
Did you discard any of the stuff you should have discarded?
No.
Nah.
That was my first venture.
Right. I mean, you can't expect to know that until you're in that position.
Yeah.
You really, you know what I'm saying? Like a person who's never been in that position wouldn't think to be like, let me do what I do.
It was stuff that I know to do, but I was caught in the moment and I just wasn't acting on it. There's a difference. You can know what you know, but if you don't act on it, what you know is has no value.
Right.
It's the fact of thinking it's not going to happen to you.
Right.
You get too freaking comfortable in that lifestyle and become what you think is invincible. And you're really disposable because they're watching you. Because when they busted in the door, it's scopes and all. Ain't no questions being asked. I don't give a fuck about your old lady with her titties out. Bitch, go put a damn shirt on. This one's coming with me. At least you know.
Yeah, man. And it was crazy because I was like, yo, my God. And it was just some bud. I only had like 3 ounces, 2 scales, and like. No, 2. No, it was 3. Yeah, it was 3 ounces, 2 cell phone. No, 3 ounces, 3 scales, and 2 cell phones. So I just like, yo, the way they came at me, though, that's why I feel like I was in some shit. Because at first I'm looking at it just, bud. But they came in there with the damn no big things.
Right.
Goddamn.
Right. They had all the, the tools, the dogs. They had
the dog, all that.
Had the whole SWAT team ready.
But here's the crazy part. Because I had the whole neighborhood like, these mothers are looking at me like a kingpin.
Of course.
And you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I just got some mid.
nigga, I just
I ain't got no damn fire. I ain't got no phone. I got that. Hold on, you got to separate that before you roll that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And, they was looking at like, okay, we got this, but where the real shit at? I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? That is what it is.
Right.
But see, that's another thing. They always fishing. They think they got something, and then when you don't have what they want, they put you in a situation where like, well, if you tell me what you got, I'll give you a lesser sentence.
Nigga, I don't have anything.
Right. I'm not giving up no names neither.
I don't have nothing.
I had a fresh box of Kicks. You know the cereal?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a fresh box. They tearing that open and I done stashed it.
Like, damn, nigga, my kid.
Yeah, and I'm like, bro, you had to open that. Like you see, I didn't open that, so why is you
right?
I had
just
all
being
that over
savages.
the floor. Then of course that eviction and that that put me towards the block. But like I said, that was a live and learn. But when you're young, you sometimes still don't learn when you're supposed to.
Right.
Of course not.
But if you never make a mistake, you never learn anything, though.
You learn more from mistake than your success.
Yeah, man, that was my first rodeo right now.
It sounds like you learned a lot of lessons since then, though.
Yeah, I mean, in different categories.
Right.
And, I don't know, man. Like I said, in that age, man, like most men, regardless of what race, it's like, I'm unstoppable. Like I got the spider on my chest. I'm Spider-Man. Like I got the S on my chest. I'm Superman or whatever. If you move at night, I'm Bruce Wayne.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like can't and then like with the L's, you know what I mean? I still gotta take the time out. I could have been did it like on 3 occasions, but I'd be so caught up in other stuff. But I gotta get them L's back. You know what I mean? I've been Maybaching for a minute. Like curtains closed, let me kick my feet up. Like, where we going? Can you stop over here? You know what I mean? But man, like she said, man, like still haven't. Man, I went all the way up to 18 driving my license before 18 of them. And on that 8th one, boy, that's when they start throwing them cuss on me. Now that was another funny situation too.
What happened in that situation?
Man, I was actually I did this track. That's when Jay-Z and Kanye came out with that track, Him.
Okay.
And, like I said, I do my own music, I write my own music, try to find my sounds. But if there's a beat I like, I'm hopping on it, like on some dedication. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Wayne, hey, shout out to Wayne. I also heard Free C5 is about to drop.
Oh, it's about to drop. It comes out today, actually.
Yeah.
Well, when I say today, because when they hear this, it'll be to the day it comes out.
Right.
Pause.
Yeah.
Do you remember the other episode where I told you my brother would probably be telling me about it coming out by the time I got home?
Yeah.
Introduced. You're welcome.
Okay. okay.
That could be a sidebar.
Okay.
For real.
Yeah, but not to get sidetracked. Let's get back. I'm gonna get back on the subject. But I had just finished doing a track off the Ham track. And I had to pay for the studio session. They looked out, good production. It was clear. I like paying for my quality price. You can't just make music and your quality sucks.
Right.
It don't mix. It's like, whatever reference. But I had to get changed. So I didn't know that area like that. So I had got in the whip. It was a great for a tour at the times with my homie and shit. And I'm like, all right, we about to go to the store. Boom, boom, boom. Get this change paid for. Go back to the crib. We about to roll up. Okay. I made it to the store, but I forgot to turn in. And when I made a left, it was actually to pool, like an indoor pool, like aquarium or something like that. But it closed down, so it was no business like going on there.
Right.
And KPDS sent me turn in there, and I was already doing a U-turn. Like, all right, this the wrong way. All right, let me get back on the road. Man, they go back there and make this other U-turn, try it again. But by the time I made the turnaround on the premises, KPD pulled up and shit, and it was this woman. And, then I was like, all right, I get it. Driver license vote. You're just going to tell me to get out the car. And don't drive until, you get your license fixed. But we going to leave. Whatever you do after we leave, that's on you. So I'm used to that. I'm on my 8-1.
Right.
Boy, was I wrong. Once they seen it was 8. Oh, so you really don't like following the law. You really like doing what you want to do. Well, I'm about to tell you, you going to jail tonight. I'm like, what? I'm what?
Going to jail?
Yeah, I'm like, yo, I just made a U-turn in the wrong place. Like, that doesn't matter at this point. This is like your 8th driver's license vote. And we about to start locking you every time after that. So I was like, dang, okay.
If you had to pinpoint, like, okay, so tell me something that happened inside. When, on an occasion when you was have been arrested in an altercation, you got into it with somebody, or you seen, or you heard, or tell me about something you experienced inside.
I mean,
niggas really, for the most part, being there chilling. For the most part, I mean, if you mind, you know what I'm saying, like minding their business, I really should say, not chilling.
Yeah, a lot of times they be chilling because one person can put the whole damn pot on lockdown,
right?
And nobody want. They got people to talk to, they got family to talk to, some got kids to talk to, and then one little stupid, guy wanna knowing DRT coming through with them things.
Right.
Then they jacking whoever up. Right. And then if they don't know who it is and ain't nobody on them out, then lockdown 23 hours.
Right.
So nobody want to go through that. So everybody, at the most, try to, all depends on what part. If it's a bunch of young heads, it's lively. Anything can happen. But if it's like older heads, like older than me, like 40-something, like, because it's all ages in there. You might be in there with somebody that's like 80, 90 years old.
89 years
then
old.
You might be in there with someone that's like 18 years old.
Right.
And it's in between that margin.
Right.
And, it all depends on who's in the party. They keep everything at wraps. Like, all right, young blood, calm down. You know what I mean? Like, we all in here for that. We ain't, do what the people say, because we ain't got time for that. Let's just kill this time. And just be out.
And just be out.
And just be out. Ain't no need to go in there and take second charges. But I can say one thing, it's so easy to catch a second charge.
Right.
And there. Like one time, like I needed a pen to, what was it? It was something I needed a pen for or whatever. And I asked the CEO, like, can I see a pen or whatever? And they was like, you gonna give it back? I'm like, yeah, just like sit right there on the table. I want to see you with the pen because, pens is, jail where it's different. You take a pen, tape around there, you can really,
you can really do some damage.
Fuck somebody up. But I wrote down what I had to write down, so I went back up to the CEO. It was a female, and she was cool. We had conversations, and I tapped her on the shoulder, and everybody was like, "Whoa, hey, boy!" I'm like, "What the hell wrong with y'all, man? I'm about to get out of here. I just want to get my pen back." Well, man, you need to go. I'm like, what you talking? You're like, man, you could have got assault charge that way. I like assault charge by how like, bro, you're not supposed to lay a fingerprint on the CEO. You lucky that was the right CEO, because that been the wrong CEO. It been a dust. You called DRT with a can, fuck you up, hit you with a pepper spray just because you touched her on the show. You can't touch no CEO in here. And I'm like, wow.
That's why they act like that.
And that was the same day I was getting out, but that same day I was just this close. Not by my decision, because I already made a decision. I effed up because I didn't know. But through her decision is why I didn't get effed up. And I could have been in there for additional 20 days on the same day I was supposed to get out.
Right.
Like, it's I just learned do your time or whatever.
Do your time, keep your head down and go home.
Yes.
Do your time.
That's the goal, because at the end of the day, the way I feel like, jail really tells on a person. It really do. Right. Like, even if you get locked up and, they got this thing where you got that amount, you can sign yourself out.
Mm-hmm.
If you got that, you know what I mean? If you do, most people that been in there, they already know that's why you keep cash money on you. You know what I mean? You could do that. You know what I mean? Not have it in the car, because if you get locked up when it's on the car, bruh.
It's a rat. Yeah.
If you got that U.S. currency, you can be like, hey, CEO, go ahead, take me to the match. I'm about to sign myself out.
Right.
That tight. So, and also, if you got business outside of where you unfortunately at, you going to be trying to get out there. If you just like, man, fuck up, I don't give a damn. Like, and especially if your bond low, and you just like, man, I'm just sitting in whatever. Man, you just letting everybody know you really ain't got nothing going on out there, because you got jobs, you got stuff to take care of. You can't just sit in there and be like, all right, I'm gonna do these days.
Right.
Until,
you gotta get out.
Yeah, I'm gonna do these days until they release me, and then it's time served. Okay, most of the time you got time served, you really ain't got nothing going on.
Right.
Because you got bills and places like, what's the time span with a job? 3 days? You can get locked up anywhere, but you know, if you get out within those 3 days, they can't do nothing to you. After them 3 days, it all depends on if you're a good worker or not, if they still gonna keep you. But by law, they can drop you after that 3rd day. And this, once again, in somebody else's hands of making a decision.
Right.
Like, yeah, man,
that shit is crazy. Like, that's why I say, like, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Like,
well,
it's just, it's
a lot of times we do stupid shit put us into.
Right.
Because
getting caught puts you
in some areas they come looking for you, but in most areas they ain't even thinking about you until you get burned up in their radar, which means you put yourself in that position.
Right.
But then they acknowledge you, because if you're doing what you're supposed to, yo, you just a figment to their imagination.
Right. You know, they anytime you out here slipping, they gonna always catch you.
Yeah, because it's the radar.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
When you got everything sewed up together, they cannot see you.
Yeah.
They can't, like, you're literally invisible. But that day that you smoking in the car and you got you just read up and you smoking in the car,
Dumbass.
like, that's the day.
Yeah.
Nigga, that's the day,
Right.
bro. Like, you know, and you was turning on your street to go home. That's the day. That's the time
You get
when they
pulled
get
in your driveway.
Right.
That's some fuck
right.
shit.
I've been with a nigga getting pulled in his driveway for doing that exact same thing.
That's crazy.
Like, you know, in the driveway, we home, and he lit the blunt, and then whoop whoop, like, hey, what's going on up in here?
It been plenty of just stupid ass reasons why I got myself in there.
Right.
Who the hell gets 2 tickets within 15 minutes?
I know a person.
Ooh, okay. All right, well, kudos to you, because I don't know nobody else that done did that. That was crazy. And it was off of something I thought was true. Somebody told me, if you get a ticket in a day, then you can't get another ticket in the same day. So I got speeding doing like 78 and a damn 65. Got pulled. I'm like, all right, give my ticket. Boom, 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 boom. And that was within the first and 8 driving license vote, where it was like, all right, going about your business, you got caught. So all right, bet, boom. Soon as I gave a ticket, all right, bro, I peeled off again. This time I hit an 88 in the 65. So I was just in that confident, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
No, that's reckless endangerment.
Right.
Man, but I was young.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm 30 now, but I was young then, like 22, 23.
I know.
You know what I mean? And dude came through. He was like, hey, man, you know what you was doing, right? I ain't get here. I go. I'm like, yeah. I was just on my way to Granville. I just got to hurry up. I know I was speeding, but, you know, it's cool. Look, I already got a ticket for today. And then went playing with the radio. He was like, hey, man, that was like 10, 15 minutes ago, man. I'm like, yeah, man, I already know. So I'm like, I got to go to court anyway. Well, hold just 1 second. I'm like, what are you talking about, man? I'm ready to go. But here's your second one.
Damn.
Here's your second one. Here you go. Dose.
And, you know, little situations like that is how I got all the way up to 18 of them things. And then just not accepting reality. Now I'm not in position to drive. And I didn't want to accept that. Like, who the fuck gonna tell me not to drive? Especially something that's in my own name. You know, like my car's in my own name.
Right, that I paid for.
Like, who the fuck you be telling me that shit? But it didn't never click in my head. Hey, not in position. Until that one damn time I had that court date, the judge said, man, you got 18 driver's license for. He looked me in the eye and he was like, Mr. King. I'm like, yes, sir. He like, look, man, you say what you want, man. You graduated, unfortunately, all the way to 18 driver's license vote. You still here. You know, some people don't even make it past 6, 7 of them. I don't know how you did it. Maybe it was the judges you got. But guess what? You got the right one today. Now, I'm going to go ahead and let you know. You got 18 driver license revoked, right? Just know if you get one more, I don't care if you ain't got your L's in this 7, 8, 10 years down the line, you still ain't got your L's. Because the only thing you got to do is pay for it and get your L's back. But if you get the 19, you going to the yard. You going on the bus. You going to be on the yard. And I hate to send you to a place like that just because you was behind the wheel. But obviously, we're going to have to apply more pressure because if you went to 8 and I already see the papers, you ain't get incarcerated. So they let you off the hand a bunch of times. You just supposed to went and got your shit paid. You were just like, okay, I'm not paying the courts now, and I'm going to do what I want. Now we start locking you up. And now you went from the 8 to 9, now you all the way up to 18. What do you think?
Doubled it.
What do you think we should do? I was like,
let me off the hook.
Right. You being belligerent, though.
Slap
like,
on the wrist.
slap on the wrist. It was like, no, now we on the third level, which is you get another one, we send you to the yard.
Wow.
All
Sending
over
in-
driving with license revoked.
All right, sending somebody to the yard over driving while license revoked. Like, what's the world coming to? That is crazy, man. Like, super duper crazy. But it's wild, you know, like that it takes that much though to be like, well, you know what? Let me, you know what I'm saying, figure out. Let me do something real
Yeah.
quick. Let me do
For
something.
some people, they get it quick. For some, it's longer.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And sometimes that longer could lead to crazy jail time, or that longer could lead to death. You know, but that longer just turns into, it just took you that long to change your life. That's a blessing by itself.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
All things are, you know, perception. So, damn, I appreciate that, man. That was kind of, you know what I'm saying? That was like a mix of both. Like, you know, there was some, you know, information in there I'm sure that people listening can take away from that. Because niggas be going through real shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Just look, get your shit together.
get your shit together.
If
Get
you
your shit-
can't, you're on probation.
like,
You can't smoke. Stop fucking smoking.
and if
It's only 30 days.
And if you got to get low, then get low. You know
Very
what I'm saying?
low.
Get very low. If you got to like still, because some people still got to do whatever they got to do.
Get low after you take care of your business. Don't get low while you still got business to handle. Because I got a couple people that did take care of their business and got low, and then that's they know. Like Rose say, them people coming.
Right, they coming. they coming eventually for you. So take care of your business. So if nothing else, we'll go ahead and jump into these rappers who went to jail this week.
Who went to jail this week?
God.
So, and I had to do a little bit of digging, not much, but I do a little bit of digging. First guy who went to jail this week was Plies.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, because he was talking about don't take my hat off. Watermelon head.
Yeah, that fucking head. I didn't know there was a video of him, but yeah, he was in the airport. He was in the Florida airport.
And the crazy part, man, shout out to Plies, you know. But Plies, you know, you done took some L's, man. But, you know, and the funny thing is, Plies, you try to hide the fact your damn forehead look like a goddamn kneecap so much.
Right.
Yeah.
So much, right?
Right.
And you said don't take your hat off so people won't notice you, bro. You wear your hat so much, so even if you did take your hat off, people not used to seeing your whole
Just take your fucking
whole
hat off.
shebang.
Right.
People will realize you more with your hat on.
Right. Just take your hat off and be regular, bro.
Yeah, they won't believe like it's edge up like that.
This nigga said he mistakenly grabbed the wrong bag.
Hey man, look man. Like I said, man, you know, shout out to Petey Pablo. I've been working with him for 3 years now, since 2015, and you know, going on till now. You know, brothers in and out, and whenever you know it's convenient, we link up and make work in the studio. Yo, I just think you know, I'm pretty sure Petey wasn't one of the first, but was there any other rapper that got fucked up at the airport because of a pistol charge before Petey? If it was, I don't know. I'm asking.
Before PD?
Before Petey, because it's like he in a league of his own when he did that.
I don't even remember
any other artists. You see what I'm saying? Because you know, Petey went to jail for 2.5 years for that.
Oh right.
And the RDU. I remember
Oh,
it was like
right. He did go. He went away for a while.
It was like 2011. It was like what was it? 2011, 2012. Cause I remember we had a 3-bedroom in Walnut Creek, and we heard it on the radio. Petey Pablo just went to jail at the RDU because he got caught with a pistol. He was on his way to L.A. And, you know, like I said, that took 2 years and a half. That was a hole in his career. That was a hole in everything.
It was.
Also, much respect, you know what I
He
mean,
lost his mama around that time.
to Mama Dukes, but from my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, he had lost it while he was doing that time.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And I'm looking at it like, and right after that, we got here comes Joel Santana.
Right.
He did the same thing. This guy, I did the same thing in a situation. There was another jail story, but I did just like Joel's, you know what I mean? When the situation got hot, guess what? I got low.
Right.
And he ran out the airport with that. And, to this day, I know they ain't really speaking on, but he's still dealing with that.
He's still dealing with it. And it's heavy on him,
You got
too.
to keep the career moving while you out here, do as much as you can, but bruh still got court dates.
Right, he do. And he got to bring his mom on tour with him.
See what I'm saying? And then now he complies. Like, what is this? Is that what you, what's that, clout?
Right.
Is that the new drip?
Right.
Go to the airport with a pistol.
With a
and
pistol.
Thing, you get publicity out, man. Come on, man. You better stop, people better stop playing with
like
these people, man.
It's a felony, though, but it's wild, though, man.
Because, they ain't hurting, but what they doing is killing your time. You can't get back.
You're not making no money.
Yeah.
So, and this is where I had to do some digging, man. So I don't know if y'all remember Hollow Man. I remember Hollow Man.
No.
It rings bells. I kind of be in.
He was from Philadelphia. And he briefly ran with Beanie Siegel, for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Convicted of murder of a 2010 murder, and this was one of those cases where they used the person's lyrics. He was in the moving weight, and in one of the songs he was like,
niggas is pretenders, half a brick missing in this one of my niggas. Can't point fingers cause I don't know who did it, but soon as I find out, swear the nigga finished.
And then like 2.5 months after that song came out, the person who allegedly had stolen from him had died. So his lawyer, he appealed it and got out like 5 years later, and because they were like, lyrics are subjective, whatever. Anyway,
hell yeah, you got this rap police out here and everything. They decode everything you got going on and try to match it with paperwork.
Right. Well, the problem is that niggas are usually telling on themselves to the degree that if they listen to what you saying, they can probably just go figure it out. Like you telling them where you met the plug, what time, what he came with.
They try to hit Lil Boosie like that too.
Well, you gotta know. I mean, but Lil Boosie's from an era where niggas couldn't really. He didn't think that people was listening to his music.
Right.
The police listening to his music.
Right.
But I mean, he knows now. I bet.
I remember when they first started saying this shit. That shit started up north and shit. Cause it down south, I'm from North Carolina and stuff like that. Only time we heard this shit is like it came from a New York vocal cord, like coming from up north, like yo, like Smack DVD, like yo, these hip hop police is out here, and down south we used to be like, damn, we got police that listen at the music, they being detectives with the music. Next thing this shit just spread it, and it's been said a long time ago, but due to the fact that we weren't dealing with it, we weren't really thinking about it until we hit the area.
Right.
It's crazy.
So he got convicted of murder. He's like 49, 50 years old at this point. So he's just like whatever.
Right.
So he's gone. There was a couple of other smaller rap acts that got arrested, but I mean they don't even have any singles upcoming. So we won't even shout them.
Somebody got arrested. I'm not sure who the hell it was though. It's like in the back of my head.
I think I forgot. I was looking because I thought somebody else got arrested, but I couldn't find it on my usual source, which was TMZ. And if they didn't have it, I just was. That's why I did some more digging.
I do got a topic. Hold on, I got to hop on. What the hell do you think about that guy that just ran up on the stage on Jay-Z and Beyonce? How in the hell?
Oh, we already talked about you late.
I know. Just give me a brief little opinion about it. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, I think that he just took advantage of. He was just very, opportunistic, and he took advantage of what he deemed to be a hole in their security. And he probably is athletic and was like, "Fuck it, I can maneuver."
Can you imagine what the promoters in that place is going through right now?
Right.
And there's Hov and B.
They're probably suing the shit out of them.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro.
He's probably going to be like a dead body on the black market list, and y'all don't even know about it.
Yeah. And the crazy part about it is, if I'm not mistaken, there's all types of sources out there, but and that nigga hit the letter B on their ass. Like he's trying to get, I forgot the exact numbers, but it's more than $1 billion. And he's looking at the way I'm looking at it. Like, okay, y'all now this way, I'm gonna turn y'all into one of my hustles.
Right, exactly.
And y'all gotta pay that off. So whatever y'all get at this spot, all that's coming to me until y'all pay me the hell off. And I'm like, that's crazy. But as we always know, Jay-Z, you know, he's a magnificent marketer. Hustling and everything. And that's crazy. I think I'll probably do the same if I was just as big as him.
I definitely do the same.
Like y'all actually allow them looking at the camera like, you trying to tell me all the people with the yellow shirts, you know, just there, and then you just
standing around.
And this guy did not, you know, he walked up there almost basically.
Right. He wasn't maneuvering. He wasn't fast about it. He did.
And then on plus his wife was with him.
Right.
Oh man. That's why I'm like, man, boy. But and just like you know, she just said, man, like he's gonna be in a black market list. Like, hell no, we cannot afford that because he's turning us. He literally turning us into
a shit show.
One of his hustles.
Right.
$1 billion. I don't care if you get into that. I don't care how big your show get. You know how long it's gonna take to get the one. Right. And he asked for more than $1 billion. That's crazy. That's flattering.
Okay. So, other than that, then, so if we don't got nothing else, I'm gonna jump into these 2 truths and a con.
Let's get it.
Okay, cool. So, and I like these. I like these a lot. I did spend a little extra time on these, right? So, here's the first one, right? And what are we now? I'm ahead 2-1, right?
2-1.
Right. Okay. So, hopefully, Giovanni can help you with some. He can help you even things up, but I don't know. So anyway, right? So it's June 2014. Manuel Jose Hernandez was 28, and he was caught robbing a Chase Bank in Ventura. And according to witnesses, he stared deeply into the eyes of the teller, handed over a demand note, and then refuses to look away. After filling the bag with $1,700, he ran away and was later caught by the FBI.
Okay.
All right. So, second scenario, May 2013. A group of thieves posing as magicians placed an entire audience under hypnosis while they robbed everyone in attendance. The trance wore off before the thieves were done, and they were caught by authorities.
Okay.
All right. And so the last scenario is September 11, 2014. Aftap Hyder was placed in a trance and robbed after an Eastern European man, placed in a trance and robbed by an Eastern European man. The man brushed past Hyder, then taps his arm and makes a stabbing motion before taking the day's earnings. So did the Blair explain 2 truths and a con?
No.
Okay, so
2 of them are truth. 1 of them's a lie.
Right.
You have to decide which one you think is a lie.
Right. It's like 2 truths and a lie.
How much time we got on us?
We got
not enough damn time.
Yeah, we got a few minutes. I can repeat it though.
Yeah, please repeat it because I ain't gonna lie, I am blowed right now.
Right. Yeah, I'm a little.
And I was just stuck right there, like that. I'm doing too much.
Right. Yeah, I'm a little blazed too. So
Sometimes
anyway,
I get like that.
So September 11th, 2014, Aftap Hyder was placed in a trance, and he was robbed by an Eastern European man. The man brushed past him. He taps his arm and then makes a stabbing motion, and then he stole the day's earnings. Aftap was a store owner. So anyway, in June 2014, Manuel Hernandez, 28, was caught robbing a Chase Bank in Ventura. And so according to witnesses, he stared deeply into the eyes of the teller. He hands over a demand note and then refuses to look away. And after he got about $1,700 and ran away, he was caught by the FBI. And then the third scenario is in May 2013, a group of thieves posing as magicians placed an entire audience under hypnosis while they robbed everyone in attendance. The trance wore off before the thieves were done, and they were caught by authorities.
I think the first one is a lie, and the last 2 is 2 truths.
All right. So what do you think?
I say the second one's a lie.
You say the second one's a lie?
1 and 3 are the truth.
All right. Okay. So I get to use my little soundboard now. Hold on.
Shots fired.
Well, that was actually a gavel bang. That's what I was looking for. But it kind of sounds like shots. That's why I like it.
You know, you get hit with a belt, you feel like shots.
All right. So, actually, The third one is the lie.
Really?
The third one. Actually, you ever seen that movie Now You See Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, the third one is a loose synopsis of that movie. A group of thieves placing, and it came out in May 2013.
I don't know why I thought the third one was the truth because it's hard to explain. Where it's certain things you can do to get somebody to take you serious and actually do what you say.
Right, like
I can be looking at you right with a plain face, right? But then if I give you this look, like it's like signals to the brain, and it can be the tone he said it. It could be a part of the magic trick. That's why I was thinking, like, all right, we about to have some guys come down the road, and we're gonna place this bag like they do church and offerings, and boom, you put this in there. Right. And they do that, then the guys disappear, then the lights cut off, and they be a part of this magic trick, and then came to find out the magic trick didn't work, and everybody else, when the lights went off, they thinking they was still on stage.
They gone.
But they gone, and then when the lights come on, everybody gone, and everybody like, well, you know what I mean? That's how I kind of figured that was true. But.
I mean, situations like that have happened. Like, that shit is real. Like, hypno thieves, like, that shit is real. That shit is real. But before we get out of here, though, I know you said that you got some music on the way too, though.
Yeah, I do, man.
All right, what you got, like an album or an EP or a single?
I could release a lot right now. Not like a lot. I ain't even follow me talking. I got 150 songs in the vault. Well, I got kind of close to it. And, me personally, because I want to get things jumping, I want to release that, but like Peter said, it's like there's a time and place for it.
Right.
And, you always want to keep ammo in your, what you're shooting. Because when it's time to go to war, you want to make sure you situated. So, I just go to the studio and I put everything in the library. But I'm about to start dropping visuals. That's something that a lot of people that heard my music, they'd be like, "Yo, you need to drop a video for that. Like, you need to go ahead and do that. Like, blah." But it's like I move when I get that feeling. It could be now, it could be later. Tight. I know it's very soon though, because I done put in a lot of work with that, but I definitely about to start doing visuals, and they're gonna be on YouTube. Also, I'm about to have it on Spotify once that release. But there's a lot of marketing that comes with that stuff. Like
Absolutely.
Yeah, you don't, because you can have the hottest track ever, but if it's not market right, man, you just took a big ass L.
Yeah, you just wasting your time.
You don't want to do that because you just don't. Like a guy told me tonight, like, there's a beginning and an end to everything, and you don't want to be out here bullshitting too much, then the opportunity go away.
Exactly. No, I understand how that goes 100%.
But, if somebody, if anybody's interested in what type of material I got, you can go to datpiff.com or adobe.com or livemixtapes.com and type this mixtape I have. It's under the letter D influence. And like I said, it's like a 23 track joint. Got K97.5 interview with Brian Dawson along with Petey opening it. And also what was it? Yeah, Nitro North. Yeah, Nitro North, Legion of Doom, DJ Barry B. They also hosted and mixed down. For those who don't know, they probably know the phrase,
"Damn, son, where'd you find this?"
Well, yeah, they was a part of that too. And that was the feedback come from everybody saying, man, that was a well put together tape that you got. So y'all want to hear a little something, just check that out for me.
Under the Influence. Are there any Noinek verses on?
Actually, there is. Actually, there is, man. We got to keep it high. That's what we do. We promote,
Just push the start, dead engine war. Better to the floor, walk in the store, got the whole floor, need a saving board. Money flow on overload, that loud pack, I stay blind. I just do it like Nike home, that money stay tall, it don't fold. My attitude is stay cold, he ain't that bitches already know, Say
Yeah.
See, I'll put a little seasoning to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Some sauce on it. Okay.
Like,
All right.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, yeah. I'll definitely be checking for that, and I'll direct my followers and listeners to check for that too.
On 2 periods.
Okay, then. So, other than that, tell them where they can stalk you on the internet and where they can, see you.
You already know Instagram, Noinek. It's Noinek. And then, of course, Snapchat, Zabillion. Facebook is still deactivated. I'll let you know when I reopen it.
All right. And if, you're remotely interested in my life at all, you can stalk me on the internet on Instagram and Twitter at House of Splash. You can also go to my website, thehouseofsplash.com, play all my content. You know my shit. Other than that, we out of here.
Also, Instagram also is being_in tune. So check that out on Instagram.
All right, word.